All right, let's get into it here. See if I got this figured out now. All right, everybody, welcome in to another week of racing. Let's get to talking about it. It's Monday Night Live. I'm your host, Jordon Cox. Come on, everybody, welcome in. Whether you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, come on in and let's chit-chat about the previous week of racing that we've just had. We actually got some racing in this past week. Rain kind of threw us off a little bit on some of the racing going on. But we were able to get some racing in otherwise. My stuff stopped working. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. But come on in. Say hey in the chat. Oh, man, my stuff's not working. Come on now. Oh, wait. Hey, there we go. Dave said hey. I know, we had some great racing from the Track Untold boys. Mike had an awesome weekend. Get to talk about that a little bit. As we get in here, put that up there, Corey. Side so I can. Now, why is it looking like that? Boy. We'll have to figure that out. But Corey mentioned Mike had a good weekend. Yeah. 2 wins in a second. Ain't too shabby. Sorry, I just realized I haven't drank any water in a while. Should probably do that. Drink your water. Then for the next couple of days, make sure you're drinking water. Everybody's staying hydrated. We got some hot weather in the area. Depending on where you guys are, it's going to be a scorcher here for the next couple of days in New Jersey. New Egypt Speedway already postponed, canceled, postponed, whatever. They postponed the race for the Short Track Super Series to July 8th. So you'll see that here. We'll be talking about that a little bit. Good call on their part. I appreciate it as a large fellow, not having to be out there in the warm weather. I know as a driver, those 90-plus degree days were brutal. And so I know these guys are appreciative that at least the call was made early as well. Everybody can kind of plan accordingly. Go from there. Got some people over here on Facebook hitting me up. What we going on? Hey, there's Jim. How you doing, buddy? Jim Mahaney popping in, saying hello. Papa Clay Butler. Hello. It was Clay's birthday this weekend, so a little belated birthday. Happy birthday to Mr. Clay Butler. Jim says, should have had footage from yesterday. 3 wide at that bull ring. Intense. Sure. Wait, so what are we talking about? At Glen Ridge? I don't have anything from there, which is unfortunate. The racing was that good. I know the racing in Action Track was good. I watched Action Track. The USAC guys talk about a bull ring. Was Glen Ridge the same way? Tell me about it. Hello, Zachary. Thanks for coming in. Wally, thank you for tuning in on both YouTube and Facebook. I appreciate that. Dave's checking in saying, went to Glen Ridge last night. Great show. That's what I like to hear. Yeah, I mean, I had to follow along on my race pass, but seemed like it was good. Seemed like it was good racing. Mike put up a heck of a fight. let's see what what do we got here? Best racing in New Egypt in a bit. So happy for Mike as well. Yeah, good. Absolutely. David on Facebook is saying Glen Ridge was awesome. Jim saying Glen Ridge, best race in a while. All right, well, we missed out. I don't have any footage. I got nothing. Guys, I'm still clearing up something here, so if I accidentally cough, I'll try to get over here, so I'm not coughing directly into the microphone. Since we're on Glen Ridge and we're talking about results, let's get in. Let's talk about the Dirt Track Untold boys and how their previous week was. We've already talked about Mike and how great of a weekend he had, and he did. Absolutely have a great week. We'll start off with the Billies, Junior and BP3. Speaking of Action Track, they're racing last Wednesday. Billy finished 5th in the Speedster, BP3 8th in the Junior Slingshots. Sounds like they just got a little bit of fine tuning to do with the 15 machine. Get BP3 going a little faster there, but smooth. Ran a good race. And then the winning starts with Mike at Albany, Saratoga. He won the 358 race at Albany on Friday night. And big win for the cast and crew over up there on the 35 team. So congrats to them on getting the win at Albany on Friday and picking up a 7th in the big block feature at Albany on Friday night. And then Saturday, Billy Pauch Jr. would finish 3rd at New Egypt Speedway. New Egypt finally getting a feature in here for the month of June. Billy would end up 3rd. Congrats to Danny Buck on the win. Tanner Van Dorn for a hard-fought 2nd. Was the leader till about halfway through 3 and 4. Tanner ran a good race. You know, it's one of those things where, I mean, listen, I was on the wrong side of a photo finish last year, and it sucks. To be the leader at the end there, and have the guy just pull the right move and get by you. Tanner, nothing to hang his head about. Ran a good race. It was just, he ran just a little higher than he should have, maybe, or should have blocked a little lower. Ran a little lower up against the lap car, maybe. But he ran his race, and it just didn't work out. Danny kind of threw a Hail Mary, and it worked out in his favor. But again, congrats to Danny. Good run for Tanner, and a good run for Billy. Just needed a caution. Just seems like the same song and dance no matter where Billy is. He just needs a caution. The last 25, 26 laps went nonstop. So, and he raced his way up to 3rd, and he was catching those guys. It just ran out of time. Then we move over to Devil's Bowl on Saturday, where once again, back to back, Mike Mahaney would pick up the win in the 350. Devil's Bowl. Yeah, Mike would pick up the win at Devil's Bowl. So congrats once again. 2 in a row for the Team 35 crew. Yeah, heck of a race. Heck of a weekend when it comes to that stuff there. And then we move into Sunday, so yesterday. Oh boy, sorry. I am. So we move into Sunday. We're talking about Glen Ridge. Guys are telling me it was a great feature. I'm sorry I didn't get to see it. I wasn't there, but it sounds like you should have been there. So Glen Ridge, 358 race. Mike would finish 2nd. So that rounds out our DTU driver roundup. But hell of a weekend for Mike and the Team 35 crew. That's awesome. And text back and forth with Mike a little bit today about it. He's pumped up. He's ready for the week ahead. which I will bring up here as well. We might as well look at the schedule coming up for the Dirt Track Untold drivers. As you see at the top there, New Egypt Speedway for tomorrow is postponed, so that'll be July 8th now. So we've got a couple weeks to wait for that. But yeah, Mike was pumped up. He's got Fulton coming up Wednesday, and then he'll be at Airborne, his normal Thursday night deal at Airborne, and then Friday night at Albany, and then he's got Cornwall and Mohawk. So big week of racing coming up once again for the 35 team. Billy will be at Georgetown on Thursday. So Thursday night as well for Billy. He'll be at Georgetown, and then Friday night at New Egypt for a regular show over there. So get a gander here at the schedule. So you'll have I should have. I had this already in here. I didn't take New Egypt out, but Fulton, I'm not sure what the streaming options are for there. Georgetown, I know they have some sort of streaming options if you can't get to the racetrack. Airborne, I believe, is Dirt Track Digest TV. Same with Albany. New Egypt is free on their YouTube page. And Cornwall and Mohawk, I'm not entirely sure. Cornwall will be a Super Dirt Car Series show, so that'll be on Dirt Vision. I don't know about Mohawk, though, so forgive me for that one. Maybe we'll come across it here as I go through some stuff. Let's check in with you guys. The other part of this show. Chat. See what we got going on here. Corey, yep, New Egypt canceled for tomorrow. Dave telling me Mike and Felix Waugh side by side for about 10 laps for the lead. Yeah, I mean, I saw Mike had the lead there and just couldn't hold on to it. Yes, Nicholas, that's what I was talking about. Billy needed one yellow flag somewhere in the back, in the back 10 there, maybe, right? That would have been nice. Oops, comments. I want the schedule gone. There we go. Just one yellow, just one, with like 6, 7 to go. So there's still double file. Would have been nice, right? Give Billy a shot. Danny's fast though. Danny Buck is running very well right now at New Egypt, so they got their work cut out for them. Thoughts on Danny's win? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. Danny ran a good race, and Danny's fast. I mean, I'm already been talking about it, but I'll just repeat myself. Danny's fast. They got a good program over there, so can't say too much. You can't really knock them in any way. He made a good move for the win. You could, the laps before, you could see that Danny was kind of fallen back Tanner and was really hitting his line, especially through 1 and 2, and then literally he caught Coolio there, Brian Cool. It was going a lap down. He caught him, and it didn't disrupt his line at all. He just, I don't know if he just thought he had to give more room to Brian on the bottom, and he just kind of scooted up the track a little bit with 1 to go, and then Danny got right to his bumper, and then coming off 2, he had a huge run on Tanner coming off of 2, and because he had got up into the loose stuff just a little bit, and it just didn't take off as well, and Danny was able to just run him down the backstretch, and he left, more than a car in the middle of the racetrack and just drove right through it. So just wasn't meant to be for Tanner or for old TVD, and Danny got the win. It was a good run. Corey's telling me there is no streaming for Fulton. Okay. Where's Mike in Super dirt car points. I'll tell you right now. Let's see here. See if I can find them. Let's see. This is updated as of... This says he's 5th. I'm seeing 5th in points right now. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Sorry for my Facebook people. I'll come chat. Yeah, Jim. Mike's 17th to 7th in the big block. Oh, yeah, no, he was... You guys got that big block rolling. It's running good. Dan Fleming is telling me Mohawk should be on Dirt Vision too. Okay. Thank you, Dan. Matt, very gracious of Tanner for the great sportsmanship after the checkered flag. Great kid. Yeah, it was... Yeah, good to see you. Good spirits. Jim, yep, 5th. Okay, thank you. I wanted to make sure that this is what I pulled up here was accurate. That's all. So it looks like he's 5th in points. That Mike is 5th in Dirt Car Series points. So looks like that's accurate. David leading the points headed into series race at Fulton. Should be north of 45 small blocks. I would imagine they normally get 30 something at least for a regular show for Fulton. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah. Alex on Facebook is saying, can't wait for Cornwall and Mohawk. Yeah. The O Canada 100 at Cornwall Motor Speedway. Sunday. You can watch that on Dirt Vision. Looks like Hot Lap start at 5:30. Good stuff. Good stuff. So plenty to see if you are wanting to watch Mike or Billy race this week. Plenty of racing going on. Once we get out of tomorrow, out of the 100-degree weather, looks like Wednesday and beyond won't be as bad. So we can maybe get some racing in and not hurt anybody while doing it. Keep closing my chat over here. Jeff says, just watched Glen Ridge video. Well, I need to see this. Great race, but I'm glad I was at Cuts. Yeah, great racing at Kutztown. I was able to watch that on Flow, the last night of the USAC Eastern Storm. We'll talk about that here in a second. Yeah, good racing there at Action Track in Kutztown to close out the Eastern Storm. Definitely worth a watch. Where'd you watch Glen Ridge? Is there something on YouTube? Don't mind me. Yeah, we'll look at it later. Short Track Super Series canceled Airborne. That's a shame. Yeah, of course, as soon as I'm like about to go live, something pops up on my feed. So why'd they cancel anybody have any inside info? What happened with the Short Track Super Series and Airborne? Because they had a makeup date. It was the show from a couple weeks ago that they postponed to the 21st, right? July? And now they just flat out canceled it. Anybody know why? Help me out here because I don't have time to read. You know what they say. No, you don't. That was... thank you. Thank you, Jim. The cushion. All right, well, and man, I am so off. Everyone's saying that it's canceled because too much racing going on. That's what I'm seeing over there. Yeah, Corey said the same thing. I guess there was too much racing for the tracks. Okay. Okay. So there's too many surrounding shows, too much racing going on at the same time. Okay. That would make sense. It would make a lot of sense that would be the case. They picked a date thinking it would be all right, and then next thing you know, this date, this show is up again, is right next to it, and yeah, scheduling conflicts. Understood. Okay. Maybe if we have some time here at the end, I'll see if I can pull it up and we'll watch a couple minutes of it live. The Glen Ridge show. We'll see here. I want to talk about, let's get into the Eastern Storm, the USAC National Sprints, AMSOIL sprint cars, and their time over here in New Jersey and Pennsylvania with the Eastern Storm. Which was supposed to kick off at Grandview Speedway this past Tuesday. Unfortunately, it was the only show of the week that would succumb to rain and would rain out. So they would move the opener. They would move the opener to Bridgeport Speedway on Wednesday, which would be won by Justin Grant over at Bridgeport Speedway here in New Jersey. It was Justin Grant, Mitchell Moles, and Briggs Danner. Briggs had a good week. I was glad to see him run well. They would move over to the Big Diamond Speedway for the second race. That was won by Kyle Cummins. Mitchell Moles would finish second. Mitchell Moles had a good week, too. Mitchell Moles was second. Then Dazen Persley was third. Round out the top three there. Briggs Danner ended up fourth. Throw that in there. Because Briggs, again, had a great week. Then they would move to Williams Grove that was on Friday, where you'd see Kevin Thomas Jr. take the win at Williams Grove for the third night of the Eastern Storm. Kevin Thomas Jr., Kyle Cummins, and Briggs Danner rounding out the top three. And then Justin Grant would follow that up at Port Royal on Saturday, picking up his second of the Eastern Storm. So Justin Grant, Briggs Danner coming home second, and then Kyle Cummins was third. And then the finale yesterday at Action Track USA, Kutztown. Justin Grant would pick up the win over Jake Swanson and Kevin Thomas Jr., and that would solidify Justin Grant as the Eastern Storm champion. So congrats to Justin Grant picking up the Eastern Storm championship for 2025. Good racing all week. I watched a couple of the shows. good stuff. Thoroughly enjoyed the racing that was put on by all the USAC wingless boys. Always a great show when they come out here. Let's see here. The World of Outlaws sprint cars, they were at Huset's for the High Bank Nationals. Huset's High Bank Nationals for Wednesday night was won by Kyle Larson. Buddy Kofoid would pick up the win on Thursday. Friday, they moved to... Friday was won by Bill Baylog. Why can't I remember his name now? The North Pole Nightmare. That's right. North Pole Nightmare. The 17B, Bill Baylog, pick up the win on the third night. And the final night was won by Buddy Kofoid once again. $250,000 to win. Unreal. I mean, it's insane. So congrats to Buddy Kofoid on the win in the Huset's High Bank Nationals for the World of Outlaws sprint cars. World of Outlaws late models were on the docket as well on Friday and Saturday. Bobby Pierce picking up the win on Friday. And then for the St. Louis Firecracker face-off at I-55. And then Saturday and final night won by Drake Troutman. So good run for Drake Troutman to finally get a win there. He's been running top 5 just about all year. That's your World of Outlaws sprint late models. The Real American Beer late models. I just love announcing that. That's fun. Super Dirt Car Series. We talked about that a little bit. They show at Lebanon Valley was canceled. So now next up for them is the O Canada 100 at Cornwall Motor Speedway. We were already talking about that coming up this upcoming weekend. Let's see here. Let's see. This past Wednesday was the Thunder on the Thruway at Fonda Speedway. It was won by Stuart Friesen. The modified portion of the Eastern Storm race at Big Diamond was won by Brett Cressley. That was a good race by Brett. Let's see. We had a regular Friday night event at Utica Rome. It was won by Matt Shepard. Ransomville Speedway was won by Matt Williamson. Outlaw Speedway winner was Alex Payne on Friday night. Chris Rabb was the winner at Mohawk on Friday night. Can-Am winner on Friday was Billy Dunn. Tim Sears Jr. would pick up the win at Brewerton Speedway on Friday. As we were talking about before, Albany Saratoga's 358 winner was... Anyway, Mike Mahaney. Congrats again to Mike. Don Ronka was the winner of the Big Block feature event. Bobby Hackle would pick up the win at Accord on Friday night. Ron Cartwright Jr. would pick up the win Saturday over at Woodhall. Jimmy Zacharias would pick up the win over at Thunder Mountain. And... sorry, I'm going to butcher this last name. I know the last name. Daniel Morgowitz was the other winner at Thunder Mountain on Saturday night. Danny Buck was the winner at New Egypt Speedway. Billy Pauch Jr. finished third, as we talked about earlier on. Lebanon Valley on Saturday night. You had Brett Haas picking up the feature win in both of the feature events on Saturday at Lebanon Valley. John Willman would pick up the win in Grandview Speedway. I'll just give a little clap. What's his nickname? The Ultimate Underdog, I think, is John Willman's name. Watched him race for a lot of years at Grandview. That's good to see him pick up a win. Corey Barker picking up the win at Fulton on Saturday. Rocky Warner picking up the win at Fonda. Justin Grosso would pick up the win at Bridgeport. Brandon Walters picking up the win at Afton Motorsports Park over Danny Creedon. Dom Roselli Jr. over Jack Lehner and Alex Jankowski at the Orange County Fair Speedway yesterday on Sunday. And Brian Calabrese over Mike Mahaney at Glen Ridge Motorsports Park in the Dirt Car 358 modified race at Glen Ridge. There's your modified local big block and small block modified feature event results, along with some of your national stuff and some other local stuff going on. Guys, if you have anything for me, please throw it in the chat. What's going on? Corey Brown helping me out here. Brett Haas won both the 358 and big block, but he won the 358s because Andy Bicchetti was light on the scales. Late? Or did you mean to say light? I imagine you meant to say light on the scales. But thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. Crashman video on... Okay. All right. We'll check it out. Daniel on Facebook is asking, the handicapping for the 600 micros at Kutztown makes no sense to me. Can someone explain it? Nothing against Timmy Buckwalter, but why does he start up front? It's a good question. I don't know the answer. Hopefully, maybe there's somebody in here that knows the answer to that one. I unfortunately don't. Was it something from this past... I mean, if it's something from yesterday, they didn't have handicapping, right? So, are you just talking about in general? Maybe there's somebody that can help us out. I don't know. Nick, you running this year? Me? Probably not. I'm available. That's not going to happen. I've got my feelers out there. You never know. Something might pop up. Probably not, but you never know. But that's, thank you, Corey. I appreciate the insight from up there. Tim, hi, from near Weedsport. I will put you up there. Hey, Tim. Let's see. Let's see something here. All right, while we're waiting on that, I've got my duties to do here. Guys, if you are looking for more behind the scenes and unique access to the Dirt Track Untold team, consider joining Club DTU over on Patreon. Get more access to Mike, Billy, Mandee, early access to new merch. You get the club members get first dibs on the new merch that's released, and any of the content that's released, it comes to you guys first. So head on over to Patreon/Dirt Track Untold if you want to be more involved with the Dirt Track Untold family and race team. The link is in the description of the YouTube video. We have another podcast upcoming tomorrow. Mandee drops a Dirt Track Confessions podcast at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Tuesday. So keep on the lookout tomorrow, 5 p.m. for a new podcast, the Dirt Track Confessions podcast. If you want to watch something previous, last week with Jimmy Blewett was very good. and would highly recommend giving that a watch and a listen. That's available on the YouTube page as well. And guys, we are fast approaching, less than a month away, the Pauch Racing Open House, July 20th. Open to the public from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday, July 20th. It's an awesome event. Come on out. We have live music will also be going on. An way back old friend of mine, Sammy, will be entertaining everybody with his music during the event. A lot of people coming in talking race cars. A lot of racing people will be there. You'll be able to talk to Mike, Billy, Jr., Senior, BP3. All the cars will be there on display as well. There's one of Billy Senior's cars that's being restored. Will be making its debut there that day, so that's really cool. That'll be really cool to see. I'll be there if you want to say hi and BS with me. It'll be a good time. So July 20th, mark your calendars. It's a great time. There's new merch available. You can get Billy Pauch Jr. merch over on the Bob Hilbert website. Mike's new merch is on his website, MikeMahaneyRacing.com. DTU merch on the Dirt Track Untold website. Check it out. Let's see here. You guys are hitting me with some comments here. Hey, Nitro Nick Leach hopping in the chat. What's up? What's up, Nikki? Nikki and I were having a conversation not too long ago. We were on the phone a little bit ago. Thanks for stopping in, Nikki. Appreciate you. We'll put that up there, Nick, for you. Just want to give well wishes to Archie Myers. He had an operation and all went well. There you go. We'll do that for you. Are you heading up to New York to see any shows? I hope so. Yeah, I need to get up north at some point. Whenever Jim Mahaney decides to bust out the vintage car, I might have to come up there for that one. So if Jim, you're still here, you're on the clock. I'm going to put this up here just because you said it, Nick. Learning from a pro. I'm no pro, but thank you. Always happy to help. Always happy to help you. If you have any questions, man, I'm not kidding. Call me anytime. You can even call me while you're live in a couple days. Let me know. The pressure's on, Jim. The pressure's on, buddy. That's when I'll make a trip up north. See that thing run. Wally, Action Track USA is at Evergreen Raceway on Sunday this weekend with the speedsters and slingshots. All right. Evergreen asphalt racing. So that'll be cool. Different show for everybody. Be a good show. Thanks, Nick. Maybe again someday here. Yeah, listen, Jim, I'm just telling you. I'm going to put the pressure on you because that's when I'll come up north and hang out with you guys. I want to see that thing run. Let's see. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. Guys, if you don't have anything else for me here, we'll wrap this thing up. Put a little pretty bow on it and call it a week. We got plenty of racing coming up this week. Like I said, you'll be able to follow along. Put the schedule up one more time. Oh, wait, hold on. We got one. Hold on. I did have. We do have our meme of the week. It's one that we're all familiar with. When you drive into the racetrack, pulling up the track and getting a good whiff of race gas. It's when you know you're at the racetrack. There's your meme of the week. Mark, yes, that Tobias chassis 30 is fast. Listen, I'm just saying that's what I'll be up there to see. And maybe Mike. I don't know. Maybe. And then we've got we got a bit of I guess we'll call it our wreck of the week. Our wreck of the that's not the right one. There we go. Oh, courtesy to Speed Sport TV, this guy in the late models just he had it, kind of gathered it up, hit the infield tire, coming across the racetrack like that. Honestly, the best thing I think that did happen to him was that he flipped over, because I think if he had kept it straight, he either would have went right into the wall or that guy behind him would have hit him. But this poor guy, he had a bad time. Little doink. Little just missed that guy, and that left rear hooked into the dirt. So there's your. Hang on, do I still have the? There it is. There's your. Gotta get it up top here. Hang on. There's your big oopsie of the week. I haven't put that logo up in a while. Sorry, guys. There's your big oopsie of the week. This guy. Oh, boy. Here we go. Come back, girls. He was okay. I did read that he was okay. So there we go. Wally is asking me, did you hear anything about the pony movie that was filmed at Bridgeport Speedway? I don't know anything about it. I know nothing, but that is a great question for those in charge of. Courtney, I don't need you to spell check me from the other room, all right? Oopsie is spelled however, all right? I spell it. My wife is correcting me from the other room how to spell oopsie. I don't know anything about the pony movie, unfortunately. That's a good question for the Pauch team. If they know anything about it. But I don't know anything about it. But that's a great question, because I mean, it's been what, a year now that since it's been filmed, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave that up there because Nikki, you make me feel good, make me feel wanted. I appreciate you make me feel very wanted. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you. But I actually will ask next time I see Billy. I'll ask him, see if he knows anything. Or Mandee, for that fact. Next, I can ask her, too. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I was going to end this off with saying that I'd see you tomorrow at New Egypt Speedway, if you were going to be there, but since the racing is postponed, if you're going to be at New Egypt Speedway Saturday night, I won't be there either, actually. So, hopefully see everybody at the racetrack. Oh, my dad's telling me I don't think New Egypt has modifieds. Yeah, I think the modifieds are off. No, wait, modifieds aren't off, are they? Well, then the schedule lied to me. The schedule says right here. Are modifieds off Saturday? Unreal. Well, Nikki's right here, so he knows. All right, well, so I don't know what Billy's doing for Saturday. Maybe he's taking the night off. Dad, you're in the chat. What's Billy doing? Anybody? Anybody know? Bridgeport has a big show. Okay, so maybe he's going to Bridgeport. Stay tuned for the to Billy's Facebook page or the Dirt Track Untold Facebook page to find out what Billy Pauch Jr. is doing this Saturday, because apparently I have no idea. Schedule lied to me, but I knew, I knew deep down that the modifieds were off. I knew that already, so that's on me. I'll take that one. But yeah, plenty to choose from racing wise, everybody. When it comes to the rest of the week here, got 5 nights of racing for Team 35 up in the New York and Canada area, which starts off Wednesday. So make sure you're tuning in to all the streaming services to catch those boys racing live, or if they're at one of those racetracks at Fulton or Cornwall or any of these racetracks that are local to you, go out and support them and cheer on Michael. If you happen to be at Georgetown Thursday down in Delaware, you can cheer on Billy Pauch Jr. down there. And if you find out where he's going on Saturday, cheer him on there. But guys, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're all pulling for Mike to get the win. So he's got 5 chances. I mean, he got 2 out of 3 this past weekend. He should be able to pull it off this upcoming week. All right, everybody, that's going to be it for me tonight. I really appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out, whether we're on YouTube or Facebook. We all appreciate you tuning in and supporting us. I'll be here every Monday night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can also watch it back here. So if you're watching it back, hello. I've tried to keep some in the chat. Make sure if you are watching it back, you click the live chat button. You can watch the live chat that was going on while the stream was live. If you're watching the playback. But again, I appreciate you all stopping in and saying hi, and supporting it. Yeah, we'll be back next week. Support your local racetrack. Go out to the races. If you're not going to go out to the races, watch the live streams that supports the tracks as well. But we'll talk to you soon. We'll see you soon. Hope to see you at the racetrack, and enjoy the rest of your Monday night. Take care, everybody.